Well, hello again and welcome to Roland's Reviews. We will have a wonderful time today. All I need for you to do to start off is to hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That tells YouTube that you are enjoying this content. And as you enter the chat room, I have a little ditty for you. And no, I have not had any singing lessons yet, so I will murder another hit. And this song is in honor of the Diaspora wars that are currently taking place. You know you have to tell me the artist and the year and the song. We are young, heartache to heartache, we stand. No promises, no demands. Love is a battlefield. Whoa, 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 whoa. We are strong. No one can tell us we're wrong. Searching our hearts for so long. Both of us knowing love is a battlefield. All right. I haven't seen anyone tell me who the artist is or the year. Did I stump you today? Let me know in the comment section. Hit that like button, folks. So glad to be with you. All right. It is time for us to get it started. And that's what we are going to do. All right. So here we are. All right, I'll do the roll call momentarily. I've had so many people leaving me comments today. I guess YouTube is starting to share the content out because I just had about 20 people to sub up to the channel and they're leaving comments. So maybe things are turning around, right? Which is a good thing. All right. So also, if you have social media pages, please, please, please. That's how we grow the channel. When you share this stream on Truth Social, on Facebook, Instagram, any forms of social media that you may have, that really helps to get the word out. Okay. And so Lord Jammer said it was an 80s song. Oh my God, did I stump everyone? Where's Tijuana Border Jumper? All right, because I know he knows. Alley Cat said that she just sent me a text and told me that she would be just a little late. So that's fine. I told her we'd be here and we'll be glad to receive her once she arrives in the chat. All right, so I'll go ahead and do the roll call because you know me, I'll get cranked up and forget. All right, Florida, how are you doing, love? Thank you for all that you do for the channel. Mayor, welcome to the channel today. Lord Jammer, thank you for protecting me. All right. Where are we? Stacy, Beverly White, how are you all doing? Okay. Jermaine is here. Finally got some time off from work, huh? Thank you for joining the chat. Vicky, how are you doing, love? Tijuana border jumper, where were you when I needed you? No one could give me the name of the song that I sang in the beginning. And I said, where's Tijuana border jumper? I know that he knows. Jeffrey, how you doing, love? Fridge-Reaver, how are you doing? Baldwin Birds, Jeffrey, Trish, the gang's all here. We're getting the band back together like we always do. I know one thing: people are busy during the week, but all of you, really show out on Sunday. And I appreciate your support. You being here is enough support for me. Okay. Lord Jammer, before I came on, how you doing, Tina? Okay. Tijuana, I'll just hum a couple of bars. I hope it doesn't hurt your ears too much. But we are young. Heartache to heartache, we stand. No promises, no demands. All right, that's all I have to give you is 2 or 3 bars, and I know you know it. Okay, so look at the title, folks. Look at the title. I'll give you a hint. Yes, Tijuana. Tijuana won't give anyone else a chance. He's on it. That's right. Pat Benatar, 1983. And I told you I love her now even more because she is a staunch conservative. She never bowed, even if it meant, them pulling her, not letting her put a concert on. I always loved her, but when I found out, especially when Trump ran 2016, and she was like, no, she was very adamant, about her conservatism. And so I have even more love and much respect for Pat Benatar. 1983 was the year. Yes. And Love is a Battlefield is quite appropriate if you look at this title. Black Americans plan to boycott African immigrant businesses 8/1/25. So that's just a few days. I will be live because people will be posting on social media all day. War ignited, and there was a lady, an African immigrant, who said this means war, and she said some other things, and Black Americans found out who she was, her name, and she was terminated from her job. And again, I don't know why people don't get it. I was talking with someone on the job last week, and my principal, I don't have any problems with him. We're fine. But if I did, why the heck would I go on social media like some teachers do and say bad things about administration? You're going to get called into the principal's office. If not, everyone calls the central office as well. So people are just stupid. If you don't like someone, just tell it to a close, trusted friend or family member. Stay off social media. All right. So let me bring you up to speed. Those of you who are old enough to remember, I did 2 videos. Remember the video I did on the African immigrant? I mean, she looked like Satan incarnate. And she was talking about how much she hated Black Americans. And she says, I see you on the street. I cross the street. I hate you. Remember her very last statement. I hate you. And she was just, spewing hate. If you didn't see her picture and if the voice, you didn't hear her speaking, you'd be like, oh my God, is that someone from the KKK? That's what it sounded like to me. So I did that video. There was another video I did. An African nurse caught on undercover audio. She was talking about how much she hated Black Americans. She lost her job. Hey, Tina said Africans do not like Black Americans. And that's fine. Hey, that's fine with me. But where's Tom Holman and where is ICE? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so that's fine. How can you come to someone else's country and you're here not because of me, you are here because of what the civil rights Black Americans did in the 50s and 60s. And of course, 1965 is when the immigration law changed. And so you're here, but you hate the people that are responsible for you being here. Make it make sense, people. How you doing, my girls? Ruby, how are you? I hope everything is well. And so they are all over social media talking about how much they despise Black Americans, called Black Americans stupid. Now, let me say this so I don't have some of our African immigrants who are fine, who don't come over here and spew hate. I'm not talking to you. All right. But I am talking to the people in your community that do it. And there are a lot. So all these countries want the American dollar, right? They want your money. They may hate you, but they want that dollar. So how many of you are aware of this incoming boycott? Type a 1 in the comment section if you're familiar with it. This has been ongoing. I told you, I love, ever since President Trump has been in office. How you doing, boss chick? All the layers of the onion are being peeled away. I love it. The truth is coming out. Boss chicks. Okay, so some of you are familiar with it. All right, Trish, you're familiar with it. So, and let me start talking now. This was going on anyway because of some of the horrible things that Africans have said on social media, and they're continuing to say on social media. Then the Essence Fest happened. Now, for those that don't know, Essence Fest is an offshoot. A lot of Black Americans used to subscribe to Essence magazine. And I think 1975-ish is when they started doing the Essence Fest. So again, it started here with Black Americans started it. And those of you who remember Susan Taylor, she was the editor-in-chief at Essence for years and years and years, right? She did an excellent job. And the Essence Fest was always a nice, spectacular event. I've never been, but people always enjoyed it. Now, that's where we are. Now, fast forward to 2025. Essence is now in the hands of a Nigerian immigrant. So I'm going to play several clips for you. You know, I'm going to give you my review. Those of you just entering the chat room, hit that little thumb. That is the like button. If anything that you may know about this subject matter, please type it in the comment section. Again, I've done 2 videos on it. So some of you, you know some of it, but I need to expound upon what happened at the Essence Fest. And it was a mess. Lord Jammer, yes, said hello to everyone. Yeah, they think Black Americans are sellouts. Yeah, they do. So there's that. Tina, America is not a free for all. But again, Tina, I've watched several videos, and if you hear some of these people talking and you can't see their face, and say you change the voice so it sounds like an AI voice, you would think, is that it? You know, the grand cyclops of the KKK? No, African immigrants. Not all in the African immigrant community. Please, please, please don't come in my comment section for those of you who look at 1 minute of the video and tell me I'm anti-immigrant, because I'm not. I'm just telling you about those in your community that have these feelings. So let me play this video. Listen to what he's saying. I have several clips to share with you. So don't go anywhere. Share this video out on your various forms of social media. Hit that little like button. Here we go. Ruby, Susan Taylor was a descendant of Trinidadian parents, but showed respect. Yes, Ruby. Thank you for bringing that up. Her parents were immigrants, but she was nothing. She showed nothing but style, class, and grace. So obviously she was raised properly. Oh yeah, Lord Jammer. Okay, you're right. All right, here we go. So let's watch this first clip and tell me what you think.
Bro, who thought that in 2025 I will be staying away and scouting out for the racist people, but also
All right, I'm gonna get rid of this commercial. Yeah, so just listen to this, and they don't know when to shut up. They keep talking and digging the ditch deeper and deeper. This is all over social media, folks.
Have to be scouting out for xenophobic people, man. That is, you can't win in this country. Like, you can't win in this country, bro. Because the things I'm hearing from this whole Essence Festival, bro, the FBA, they out of their mind, bro. The African done took all their culture. They need to gatekeep it now. They need to lock it away in case. Like, bro, y'all be sounding so childish, bro. And I know y'all gonna be coming out here because you guys are like MAGA. Y'all be just storming people comments. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, bro, that y'all doing is a motherfucking cult. Y'all know that, right? Because nobody said that y'all can be from America. But that whole
So, let me close this. Something popped. Okay, yeah, and that's all he was saying. I wanted to share that with you. This is all. If you go on any form of social media, okay, this thing is freezing. Okay, here we go. There are African immigrants. Now you have a few saying that they don't agree with their brethren and sisterin from Africa. But if you look at people that come from, remember, Africa's a continent, not a country. And depending on where they come from, they're very tribal, like the Nigerians, Ugandans, South Africans. And that's just, it is what it is. But if you're so great, what I have to say to you is, why did you flee your country and come here? You're so wonderful. You're so intelligent. You fled your country. And then you come here and denigrate the people who are responsible for you being able to come and immigrate here. Make it make sense. Thank you, Florida. Yes, those that don't know, we reached 14,000. And it's growing every day. So through the help of all of you, every time you hit that like button, every time you share this stream, you're helping to grow the Roland's Reviews YouTube community, and I appreciate it. What is Mr. Mushmouth talking about? Oh my God, my girls, Mushmouth. Oh, I remember that commercial. I know I'm telling my age. Lord Jammer's laughing. Yeah, that is hilarious. Dorian, I think that they are the best Black people, Black Americans. Oh, okay, Dorian. I guess I don't understand what you're saying. Dorian, type that again. I don't know what you're saying there, dear. So that's where we are. Don't go anywhere. I have several clips, and even Lady Boule. She's, I think she supports the Democrats, but I love her commentary because, I think she's a retired teacher. And so her thoughts are just like my thoughts. And Florida, we've texted back and forth. I don't give a care who does not like me. Who cares? I don't. They okay, so let me show you. So the Essence Fest. Let me show you. Then I will mention also about Candace Owens being sued. Let me tell you what happened at the Essence Fest and why so many Black Americans, again, this is another topic all over social media. How you doing, Brother Sean? Send all those tethers back to their homeland. Brother Sean, that homeland they don't want them either. They don't want them. Lord Jammer, Roland, they come into America and think they're better than America. Lord Jammer, no lies were detected in that statement. So again, if you're so great and you're so intelligent, you fled. I'm in my home country. You fled your home country. So you can lose me with that argument. Why didn't you build up the country you came from in Africa? Don't want to hear that excuse. So the Essence Fest, which happened a few weeks ago, they're saying it was a mess. Now, again, a Nigerian immigrant owns it. So, of course, he doesn't have Black American culture. It has an African theme, and Black Americans went ballistic. So they're saying now the Black American heritage was pushed out of the out of the festival. Low, they were complaining. They were talking about the ticket sales were low, the vendors were short, tone deaf activations. They were saying that it was centered around Nigeria, but if you're here in America, it needs to be centered on American culture, not Nigeria. You're not in Nigeria. And some people are talking about, there's some xenophobic claims, too much focus on influencers, and they weren't focused on Black Americans. And it's a Black American cultural event. So anyway, those are some of the, let me play this video. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is hilarious. My girls, if they're so great, why is it every time I ride past the Goodwill, I see lots of them going in there? My girls, you know how many of them, you were here when I did the other prior videos, and that's just their thought process. So I'm telling you about the Essence Festival. And some of you, if you were aware of what happened with the Essence Festival, let me know. And don't forget, I didn't do a video on it, but don't forget what happened, I think, in New Orleans, I think. And there was that, what was it? A voodoo ritual. They were saying that they did some ritual wrong, and it was making light of the African culture, and it's just one thing after another. All right, here we go. So this young lady here is going to tell you about, and it's all over social media, but this is just one clip I'm sharing with you about the Essence Fest. Everyone who attended it, and people who attend the Essence Fest, lots of times they attend it year after year, so they would know. I don't know. Black magic, as they call it, Dorian. Yes. All right. Essence has been going down the last few years. They even blocked local vendors. Ruby, I heard about that too. Yes. If American Pro Wax are upset, why don't they get together and buy Essence? Jammer, Lord Jammer. Hey, I'm saying, get your money together and purchase it from the Nigerian. All right, I'm just saying, if you don't like the way it's been run, listen to this lady who was there, and she'll tell you what she feels about it.
What happened to Black American heritage at Essence Fest? So it's night one or night two, and there is a lot of complaints coming through, and the common consensus is the culture has shifted. It no longer feels like us. And honestly, that makes sense, because the people in charge now do not value Black heritage. Essence Fest used to be known as the Cookout. It was created in 1995, created to center Black.
She said the people who are in charge now do not value Black heritage at Essence Fest. At Essence Fest. Now, she's speaking from a Black American perspective. So when she says Black perspective.
Yeah, she's talking about Black American culture. And I tell you, those just joining the chat, it's owned by a Nigerian immigrant. So it has an African theme. And so the Black Americans who were there were very upset. So when he's done talking, we'll go back to what she's telling you.
The music, fashion, beauty, political power. It was basically like the family reunion created by Black people for Black people. Soul food, a little gospel, a little trap, NOLA. It was a culture that you felt deep in your chest. But now, not so much. It feels somewhat curated, corporatized, and it no longer feels like it centers us. The current CEO of Essence is...
So, she said,
how you doing, Fridge?
It's corporatized and it no longer feels like it centers us. Now, away from just Essence Fest, I can't think of a festival period with any target market over the past 20 years that hasn't become more corporatized as time goes on. I mean, I think this is just what happens. You look at the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, you can look at South by Southwest, you could look at Roots Picnic, even though I think the Roots Picnic generally done a pretty good job of keeping true to their, or at least core initial audience. But that is a thing that just happens a lot of time when there's something that's really big.
Hit that like button, folks, for those of you just joining. Also share this stream out. Lord Jammer, the one-time pro wax need to spend money. They whine instead, but they had plenty of money for Carmelo Anthony. Yes, Lord Jammer, they had plenty of money for the Curry Queen. Right. And let's not forget the women who founded BLM, the millions of dollars that they scammed people out of. Why don't they buy it and take it over? Ebony was a major magazine brand for Black Americans back in the day. Yeah, Ebony, Jet, Essence. At one point, Essence was there to embrace Black beauty. How you doing, Lala? Black Americans do have culture. As an American native, we have our cultures and we have our powwows. Tina, I'm not very far. If you look on the map, if you're familiar with North Carolina, I live here at Fort Bragg. I'm one county over is Robeson County. So the Lumbee Indians, I know the powwows are really popular here. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So this is what happened, folks. But I'm like, Lord Jam, if you don't like it, change it. A Nigerian immigrant purchased it. So he spent the money so he can do, what he wants. If you don't like it, you know what you need to do. Put your money where your mouth is. And so I just wanted to show you this part so you could hear some of the things that she was saying, because this is what a lot of Black Americans were saying, and he's just giving his review. I really wanted you to hear what she had to say.
You can see already that is one problem. It's already too corporate, and it's not centering its core audience.
What curated, corporatized, and it no longer feels like it centers us. The current CEO of Essence is a former DEI executive for Target. So
okay,
and I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, former CEO, the Nigerian, I forgot his name. But yeah, he was the former Target CEO. So let that sink in. Lala says, I'm boycotting all foreign businesses until further notice. Hey, and that's your God-given American right. You can keep your money in your pocket. I know I spend my money with people who hire Americans. That's why I continue to shop at Walmart and I ignore these Black race hustlers and gatekeepers. Walmart hires many, many, many Americans. And some small towns, they are the largest employer. So I do support them. I don't care what these other people say. So that's all I wanted to share from this video. So I'll close that. Hit that like button if you will. I want to go to Lady Boule. Oh my God. I wish I had time to show you all. And Pink Book lessons. Oh my goodness. Self-deport. That's what I say. Where is ICE? Where is Tom Holman? All right. That's all I have to say to any of these people who come over here and denigrate Americans that they don't know anything about. Now, I told you, not all, but we have such a teacher shortage in this country. We have a little program where we get teachers from the Philippines and Jamaica, and sometimes even people from the Caribbean, from Jamaica. Not too many of them care for Black Americans either. Not all. I had a young man who was a teacher at our school. He very nice. And I had a young lady at our school from Jamaica. She would not speak to any of the Black teachers. She only spoke to the white. That's her right. I'm just saying. So people don't get in my comment section telling me I'm against Jamaicans. When I talk to you about personal experiences, I'm not talking about something someone told me. And that's just how it goes. Lady Beverly, I like Lady Boule's commentary. Now, I know she's a Democrat, but if you listen to the things she says, I agree with her as it relates to this immigrant situation. I don't like her politics, but I love her immigrant theology, if you will. So Beverly, that's why I watch Lady Boule. She tears them a new one every time. And I love it. So let me show you, and then I have, my girl Pink Book. I wish she would respond to my email. Oh my God. She tears them a new one too. She did a whole video on the Essence Fest. Let me share that with you so you can, she always has excellent commentary as well. I love Pink Book lessons. Oh my God, I love her content. And she calls it as she sees it. She does not bite her tongue. And I love it. And that's what we need. Queen Adaya, how you doing, love? Hit that like button, dear. We're glad you're here. Here we go. This is Pink Book lesson. Listen to Pink Book.
I mean, this year, next year, the year after, until y'all realize that we are Black Americans. And we do got the money, baby. But y'all not going to play in our face. We don't want fufu. We don't want Jollof rice. We are not African. We are not Black Caribbeans. We are none of those things. We are Americans. We have our own food, our own culture, our own music. Stop playing with our top and thinking we not going to show y'all something. We going to show y'all. Now, if you don't get somebody Black up in there, you might as well cancel this. it's gonna be way more empty. And next year, we're not coming. We are not African. We're not gonna cosplay as African. We do not care how anybody feel about it. This is our mother country. That's our event, and y'all need to make it what it needs to be.
So you see they're panning the audience, and that for an Essence Fest, that's empty because it's usually packed. Adaya, let me know if you're familiar with this, dear. Dorian, we don't need dogs and cats. No, we don't. I have cats, but they're pets. Tina, yes, Pink Book breaks it down. I love it.
Bye.
Black Americans are not happy with the 2025 Essence Festival. Many are speaking up about the growing Africanization of what has traditionally been a Black American cultural event for decades. This shift has been noticeable for a few years now, especially since...
All right, folks, we have 60 people in here. Only 39 people have hit that like button. Please hit that. If you hit that like button, YouTube will share this with 100 more people. Please hit that little thumb. You have to be signed into your Gmail before you can hit the thumb or subscribe. Thank you so much, folks.
Essence Magazine and the Essence Festival came under African leadership. In recent years, we've seen the festival slowly morph into something else. Something that feels more like an Afrobeats festival than a celebration of Black American culture. We've seen attempts to reframe New Orleans natives as Caribbean or to claim that New Orleans food is African food. But let's be clear, New Orleans food is New Orleans food. It's Black American, period. But this year, many Black Americans chose not to attend. Why? Because they see what's happening.
Yeah.
They see the erasure of Black American identity from our own cultural spaces, and it's not okay. To make matters worse, at the Montreal Convention Center, named after Ernest Montreal, the first Black mayor of New Orleans, a man who was a proud Black American, a building not just named after him, but built under his leadership, there wasn't a single American flag displayed inside the expo, inside of that building.
Did you hear that, folks? So you fled your country, right? Just like a lot of these immigrants that we see out here at these protests, waving their country's flag, many of them, not all, spitting on the American flag, setting the American flag on fire, stomping the American flag under their feet. That's not okay. This fest that's supposed to, represent Black American culture. There are no American flags. Tell me what country where's our country flag? We need a country flag there too. Okay.
Meanwhile, flags from various African nations were hanging proudly. Even the Jamaican flag was up, but not one American flag.
Tell me what you think about that in this comment section, folks. Hit that like button, folks. This is, that's a sore spot for me. And I'm here at Fort Bragg, Pope Air Force Base, and we have American flags all over the place. So again, you have all of these flags from the countries that the immigrants fled from. Where is Tom Homan? Deport, deport, deport. I have an issue with that. Tina, I'm happy Black Americans are saying something. Yes. Thank you, Dietrich Smith. You said you love the show. We're glad you're here, love. Hit that like button, hit that share button, share this on your Facebook page, share this on your social media pages. Thank you so much. That's not okay. This is America. This is not Africa. Okay, here we go. We have 70 people in the chat. Only 44 have hit that like button. Please hit the like button, folks. Thank you.
And this happened on American soil in a Black American city inside a building honoring a Black American man. This kind of oversight or disrespect would never be tolerated in another country.
You tell me, type it in the comment section if you think that was very disrespectful. For them they have all of these African countries' flags and Caribbean flags, no American flag in sight.
Couldn't go to Nigeria, Jamaica, or Ghana and throw a festival that completely ignored the people of that land, their identity, and their history. But here, it's happening and it's way out of order. This is deeper than aesthetics or music. It's about cultural respect and historical truth. Essence Fest was built by and for Black Americans, and it should reflect that. But it's not, and that's why support for Essence is going down.
Culture means earth, motherland, Africa, originality. So yes, whatever it is, If you're African, go back to Africa and connect to your source. Thank you.
But she's saying that here in America at a black American cultural event. Jeffrey, yes, very disrespectful. Yes, no American flag in sight. Tina, I'm sick of seeing the Palestinian flags. I'm sick of seeing the Mexican flag. Yes, that's very disrespectful. Oh, yes, it is preposterous. Boss Chicks, how you doing, love? Hit the like button as well as the subscribe button. All right, 60 people in here. 46 people have hit the thumb. Sign into your Gmail account, folks. Thank you so much. Here we go.
This is an example of why many people feel the way that they do.
Right.
She has not once acknowledged Black American culture. That's disheartening because Essence Festival is specifically for Black Americans. We're welcoming of all communities, but why can't we get any shine or recognition or acknowledgement for what this festival was meant for? And it's no disrespect, once again, to anybody that's African or Caribbean. Love everybody in the Black diaspora. A lot of people that are native to New Orleans have spoken up and said that this display of the Essence Festival is a disrespect to what they've grown up to know it to be. A lot of local vendors that have produced a lot of great food are not showing up there. So people are not actually getting the New Orleans experience. And it's, once again, no disrespect. It's just with our experience as Black Americans, we don't get a lot of opportunities to just celebrate the work that our ancestors have done and what we are contributing to our future.
Did you see that where she said, "Oh, you're just American"? Now all of these women appear to be from Africa. So Tina, African leaders sold the blacks another they're doing the same thing. Exactly. Lala, and I go to NOLA just to eat. Okay, New Orleans. Oh, okay, Lala. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. Here we go. By way of
For those who didn't peep what was going on in that last clip, some Nigerian ladies at Essence were talking, going around the circle, asking, "Oh, what are you?" Translation, who your people? So they're talking about tribes, and they started laughing at the Black American woman in the group who said,
Did you hear that? Because one of the African women said, "Oh, you're just American." Did you catch that, folks? James, how are you? And they wonder why we're boycotting. James, make sure you're here August 1st. I know I'm going to have to live stream because social media will be on fire. Vanessa Gordon, if Black Americans didn't fight to get in most of these jobs they came here to get, there'd be no jobs. Such disrespect. Vanessa, yes, that's what we're talking about. I think you're new here, Vanessa. We're talking about they don't come over here. They come over here, but you see how they're very tribal. And they come over here and they remain tribal. They don't want to integrate with you or me. They don't want anything to do with us. Vanessa, I'll drop the links for the videos I did. Not all, but many African immigrants despise Black Americans, look down on Black Americans. And let me know if you want me to drop those links. Yeah, here we go.
that she was Black American. And they're like, yeah, by way of Georgia. So they started laughing at her saying, oh, you're just Black American. Like, excuse me? No, not while you're on American soil. None of this disrespect will be tolerated. We wouldn't go to Nigeria and say, oh, what are you? Oh, you're just Nigerian. Like, what? It's straight up disrespect. And then look at the kickoff event. They went to a Black American school, Xavier University, shout out to Xavier, a prominent HBCU in Louisiana, to host the Battle of Jollof rice versus Jambalaya. Yeah, look at it. It's a Jollof versus...
Type in what you think, folks, in the comment section. Tell me what you think. How you doing, Connie? Hit that little thumb, folks. That is the like button. Share this stream out. We're almost to 50 likes. All right.
This Jambalaya event, all sponsored by an American corporation, AT&T. They marketed this event as a showdown between West Africa and New Orleans. Look, this came from the official Essence Festival. Why is this happening? Because like I told y'all last year, Essence Magazine and the festival, from the festival chairman to the CEO of Essence to ownership, is African. This is why they come up with stuff like this when Black Americans don't even eat jollof. It's a tone deafness for me.
It's disrespecting our culture because y'all don't even like us.
Did you hear that? How many of you are old enough to remember a few weeks ago when I did the videos with Africans saying how much they despised Black Americans? I did the video with the Nigerian man. He had an Uber and he had some words with a Black American woman. He said, "You're on welfare," and you get called her ghetto and all these other things. So they have a low opinion of Black Americans. And again, they don't, they just assign it to the entire Black American culture. So yeah, keep your money in your pocket, folks. Here we go.
Have absolutely no respect for Americans. When we wanted to be African, y'all reminded us over and over again how we're not as good as y'all.
Yep.
We don't know where we come from. We have a white man's last name. We're ratchet. We're ghetto. So let us be ratchet and ghetto in peace. If I wanted jollof rice, I'll go to an African convention. But nothing about Africa is even interesting to me. I don't want to dress like y'all. I don't want to dance to y'all music. I don't want to buy your oils or your mishwak sticks. I don't want y'all jealousy braiding my hair, throwing curses into my scalp. This is America. I'd much rather learn slave history. Because at Essence Fest, we should be having a battle over the best fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. I don't know. So just like you're proud of female circumcision, we're proud of hip hop.
African people are taking over the Essence Festival with the intentions of selling African culture and heritage, okay? They're trying to sell Black people African culture and African heritage. They really feel like that we are lost and we are confused on where we come from. The enslavement of African people lasted for 400 years, over 400 years, okay? There's nobody on this earth who's going back 400 years finding relatives and trying to figure things out from 400 years ago. It's purposeless, right? My ancestors came from St. Helena, South Carolina. Just to let y'all know. And it's a lot of information on my great-great-great-great-great-grandparents and my great uncles and great aunts. It's a lot of, it's Black excellence, okay? And they try to push this narrative from now to slavery or the enslavement of African people, and that's not how that works. The enslavement of African people lasted over 400 years. Within probably 200 years of the enslavement of African people, the African-American race started to begin because of the violence that enslaved Africans were enduring. But let's not take away from the fact that African American people have been around for a very long time. Stop telling us to go back to Africa. If you want to try to come in and colonize, be new generation colonizers, I just think that y'all should sell something that Black people are wanting and willing to buy. Stop thinking that we are insecure about our culture. Our culture is recognized all over the world. Without African American people, there wouldn't even be the culture in Africa. While y'all are hooting and hollering on y'all drums and bingos and we are the reason why the advancement is happening in Africa. We are the reason. We are the culture. We are the voice. We are the celebration. We are the color. Without African American people, there would not be a lot of color in this world. Let's be very honest here. Stop disrespecting African American culture. You can't sell us African culture. We don't want to buy it.
Essence Fest is whack and wash now because it's run by a bunch of Africans. There is no Black American culture that is reflected in Essence Fest anymore. Essence's CEO is an African. The chief, one of their chief top level executives and officers is an African. The person that owns Essence Ventures is an African. So what used to be a celebration of Black American culture, the culture that is ours, the culture that we built from the ground up, the culture that Black Americans influenced the world through, has now been co-opted by some African diaspora, Pan-African, whatever, and a lot of Black people are just not feeling it. Now, I went to Essence Fest for the first time a couple of years ago. I think it was like Nicki Minaj, New Edition, and Janet Jackson were the headliners. It was absolutely incredible. It was a celebration of Black Americanness. There were Black people in and up and through it. It was a pure celebration of Black American culture and Black American heritage. But now that it's been co-opted by a bunch of Africans, it seems that nobody cares because they don't set culture for this world. We do. And until Essence Fest gets back to the Black Americans who created it and founded it and lead the culture, it will continue to fail with those Africans in charge.
let's be real. Essence is indeed failing. Attendance is down compared to previous years, and it's not hard to see why. Ever since Africans took over leadership of the brand, they've been undermining Americans and lifting up Africans. This all started a while back with tension between Essence organizers and local Black American business owners in New Orleans.
Yep.
We're talking about the very community that helped build the festival's legacy. I've spoken on this before, and it's only gotten worse. What we're witnessing is a slow, steady takeover that's pushing Black Americans to the margins of our own cultural event. This isn't about exclusion because Black Americans have never been about leaving others out. But what we're seeing now is something different. It's a hostile, aggressive erasure, a takeover of Black American culture, voices, and presence right here in our own country. It's outrageous. This isn't unity. It's not collaboration, disrespect, and why S losing its core audience.
I'm like Lord Jammer. People, get your money together and buy it back or start another festival. Okay, because you see where this is going. Tina, America is superpower of the world, and brown, Black, white Americans created it. Facts. Yeah, the entitlement is insane. Yes. Lala, exactly. Reek, how you doing, love? Hit that like button, folks. We have 70 people watching. 53 people have hit that little thumb. All right, so I wanted to share that with you. Now, let me go to Lady Boule. Now, let me show you. Let me show you the African lady who said this means war. Hold on, is this here? Yeah, I need to show you what she said. And I don't know why people go online and say stupid things. All right, here we go. Because people, it's very easy to find out where any of us lives. All right. I will stop this and add another. Hit that little thumb, and also please, please, please share this stream out. All right. Okay, Robert, I got you. So let me see. I lost my space here with O'Shea, so I need to find this back again. Let me show you this lady. I mean, and even if she felt this way, why the entire? I think one of you just typed is the entitlement for me. They think they can come over here, and they're saying all kinds of things that they couldn't even say when they were in their home country. So listen to this psycho. Oh my God. And this is why there's an issue. You have too many people that think like this woman. Yeah, they want your money, but they despise you, and they think that you are beneath them. So let me play this video for you. And that may, help you understand what's going on here.
Also, all immigrants, like your businesses from all Black Americans. Simple as that. Don't let them go into your grocery store. Don't let them go into your restaurant. Don't let them go into your salon. You want to go to war?
Now, this lady, I could already tell by her accent, this is a Liberian lady, okay? And Liberians, if there's any group of Blacks that are really close to African Americans, it's not even really Ghanaians, it's Liberians, because we have a strong history with them, especially with the Americo-Liberians. So especially in the East Coast corridor, Philadelphia, Jersey, Liberians and Black Americans get along really, really well. In my honest opinion, they're really cool. I don't have a problem with any. I never met a Liberian I didn't like. Almost all Liberians I've been real cool with. Like, they African, but we have a camaraderie, right? But for whatever reason, this lady was including other groups, and she said something that was really interesting that I want to talk about here.
And also, we can ask all our African doctors, boycott all Black American treatment.
Now, in this part, she's saying, what if we have all of our Black healthcare workers decide not to work? We can do that. All right. Now, this caused a lot of chagrin with certain brothers and sisters in the Negro or Black American or hashtag FBA community or the original African American community. I know everybody, we got so many people that want to be called different names.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people want to call it freedmen. Y'all got about 30,000 names to describe who we are as a group. But here were some of the responses.
Why is you on here trying to get American citizens into a war with immigrants? Why? What's the problem? We're American citizens. We belong here. You don't. Fine, you.
I don't know why. If you don't have teeth in your mouth, why you have the camera that close? You could walk with the never mind.
Some business and go in your country and cry. Leave us alone.
That brother was just like, look, find you some business, right? Then there was this sister.
Somebody need to talk to the Africans. And whoever had that conversation with them, I hope y'all versed in economics and try to explain to these people they're not gonna win this. And they think they is. Y'all seen the videos? I saw one, the lady was saying, we are going to go to war. We are going to go to war. And if an African American tries to come into your business, you turn them away. You know, we could be assholes and come to your business and let you turn us away because of our race and then sue you. This is America. We can sue for that. They don't even understand how this works. But you know what? It's cool to see y'all sticking up for yourselves, even though it's the wrong reasons and against the wrong people. Because I done seen videos of y'all over there in Africa. Chinaman got y'all in the whole kung fu pickle. Pop, 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 pop. Or they got a Chinaman with a stick beat out of y'all. So it is nice to see y'all sticking up for yourselves, even if it is for the wrong reasons, even if it is for the wrong, against the wrong people. But
JJ Morris, welcome to the chat, love. Please hit that little thumb. That's the like button. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. So those of you who were here when I did the video on the nurses that say they hate or despise Black Americans, I don't care if you hold back medical services. I don't want any medical services from you and you hate Black people. No, thank you. Because you're probably going to try and unalive me on purpose.
End of the day, y'all need to realize the Black dollar, especially within y'all businesses, means a lot. All we asking y'all is to with us. You would think we asking these to go back to Makoko. Google Makoko.
So the sister was like, look, she was a little funny with it. Like, when y'all be in Africa and y'all be dealing with these Asian people, like, do y'all have that same energy? Where is that energy there? But, now you in America and all of this, now you feel like you really about that. And, y'all got the wrong energy toward the wrong person. It's not going to end well, okay? But this brother said it the best.
You don't want to go to war with Black Americans. Right now, we're smelling ourselves and we're feeling good. And we like the way it feels. And we're ready to take on any battle that you bring us. So be careful who you are. If you're a friend, be a friend. If you call yourself American Indian and you're a native, okay, we're not going to fight with you. We get all that stuff and that paperwork settled out somewhere else because we know who we are. We are Americans. We are the original people who have been here thousands of years before anybody came to this land.
D King Master, hi 38, how you doing? Hit that like button. Black fatigue is real. D King Master, I have immigrant fatigue. I have people fatigue, period. It's just too much going on with everything going on in the world, right? Let this finish.
And we even finding it now impossible for the so-called numbers of people who were brought here on those ships to be accurate. So you don't want to fight with Black people right around now. We smelling ourselves and we smelling pretty good. So please back up, sit down, take your petition. We'll hear you later.
I happened to be on Twitter. Shout out to this brother, American.
So I'll leave it there because I want to get to Lady Boule because she tears them a new one. Like I said, I may not agree with her politics, but I sure do agree with what she says about the immigrants. I mean, and she, again, I think she's a retired teacher. So she usually uses, proper English, but sometimes she uses a curse word. And I'm like, yeah, she's fed up with this situation. Ruby said, I have stupidity fatigue. Ruby, me too. Say it loud. That's right, Monique. All right, let me get Lady Boule. Oh my God. Like I said, I love her take. All of her videos on immigrants, OMG, I absolutely love. All right, so here it is. And she has several. I wish I had time to share all of them with you. OMG. But she tears them a new one. And she's done several. So let me show you. And then this lady, this African lady right here, Lady Boule had to go off on her too. And so again, you have a lot of African, not all, but a lot of African immigrants. Hit the like button, please, folks. We're almost to 60. You have a lot of African immigrants all over social media talking about how they're smarter than Black Americans, how all Black Americans are criminals, and just horrible things. And we're just like, especially, I'm not into any of those nefarious activities. So why are you putting that on everyone, right? Let me show you this video. So yeah, she calls it out, and I just laugh. It is hilarious. She has some music playing there, so I'll let that play, and then here we go. Tina, you're absolutely right. That's all they want. Let's get to it.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, with the delineation with Black Americans, we're getting all kinds of pushback from Black immigrants.
And remember, we were talking about that since Trump has been in office. Every day there's a layer of the onion that peels back. So Black Americans thought, oh, everything was good with, other immigrants. And they found out, no, that is not the situation. And so those that are just coming in, Black Americans are supposedly, allegedly, they're saying they're going to boycott African businesses on August 1st. Ruby, I blame the American media. They present American Blacks in the worst light all around the world. Ruby, and that's what I said, for all these people who keep voting for Democrats, they own the media. They're the ones showing people the clips, the videos. They don't show professional Black Americans. They show the worst of the worst. And that's just, I've said that. And so they come over here and they think that all of us are on drugs and we're robbing, stealing, and we're not working. All of these things. That is the antithesis of what I do. Ruby, yes, we've talked about that here. Okay, here we go.
They are showing their hands. They are showing that although white people can say anything in the world they want to say about them, Black people don't dare say anything about them, or we get all kinds of pushback, and they start throwing all of these white supremacist talking points at us.
And don't forget this, people. So they come over here with all of this fire for us, Black Americans. They don't do anything to the people who are in their countries. And I did a show, one of the shows I did on the African nurses, and a lot of Black Americans who've gone to Africa, they've noticed, they've said that when they go to Africa, the Africans are very nice to white people. Now they may treat Black people like crap. They don't treat white people like that. And they come here and they do the same thing, and they're very tribal. All right, here we go.
Be dare to say anything about them. So I want you to take a listen to this.
If this is Somalia,
This guy that you see doing this TikTok, he's from Somalia, of course, a country on the continent of Africa. So listen to this.
or America, it says that this is in Minneapolis. I can't believe it. By the looks of this, I don't recognize my.
So what we have is a Black American man asking the question, is this America or is this Somalia?
Yep.
Because this looks like some type of a Muslim gathering. We were told, and it was shoved down our throats, that America was a what? A Christian nation.
That's right.
Now we've got these people coming in out in the streets praying and waking folks up early in the morning with their call to prayer. And it's absolutely appropriate for any American to ask, what is going on here? So that's what he's asked.
That's
So
right.
this young man is taking issue with it because, after all, a Black American shouldn't say anything. And white people have been complaining about these Muslims for at least 25 years. And I haven't heard them push back on white people. And white people are going to continue to speak out against this.
Get a lot of these guys. Have you ever heard that? Mind you, the Somalis there are less than 1%. Guess what? They have US Congresswoman, Senator, and a mayor. Small community, huge impact. Mind you, remember this. Less than 1%, by the way. Talks about this, what happens when you import people that don't speak the same language, the same culture, blah, blah,
Listen to what he's saying, folks.
blah. So now.
So he's trying to make the case that the Somalis are only 1% of the Minnesota population, but they have a Congresswoman, Ilhan Omar. He says they have a senator. They might have a senator in the state house, but they don't have a senator in the United States Congress. And he says they have a mayor. Well, mayors are a dime a dozen, and that's not really impressive when you consider that probably nobody else wanted the job. But there are a bunch of them in Minnesota. That's where they are nesting in the United States. And the people of Minnesota are complaining about them because they are changing the culture of that state. And they have every right to complain because that state was built on their work and their tax money and their ingenuity. So they have every right to complain.
Tell me, what is Black American culture? No disrespect, just tell me. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that. That's it. Single mom. According to the FBI.gov, yeah, 13% of the population yet commit 50% of their crimes.
So this is an African immigrant. Did you hear what he just said? He said to come from single homes, and according to the FBI, they're 10% of the population commit 50% of the crime. So this is an African immigrant. So yeah, where's Tom Homan?
Well, I would ask him the same thing. What is the Somali culture? There is nothing going on in Black American culture that's not going on in all these other cultures, including the Somali culture. They have a serious problem with domestic abuse.
But they're over here talking about what ails Black America. There are more horrible things going on in their home countries. They fled. We're where we're supposed to be. They fled. But they come over here and talk crap about Americans. Make it make sense. How you doing, Tom B? Hit that like button, please, love. Thank you.
The Somali community, and if the women try to take a stand or leave and get a divorce, they have a stigma around the woman so that she cannot move freely in the community, and they have a serious problem of seeing a motherhood in their community. Plus, they have a problem of gang violence in their community. So I ask again, what is their culture? He's repeating what he's heard white people say about Black people, and I'm repeating what white people have written about his community. So there is no difference.
Home they can go back if something happens in America, unlike you. Like, where is your great-great-great-grandparents from? No disrespect here. I'm just asking something.
These Black immigrants keep asking the same stupid ass question. Where are our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandparents? They're here in the United States, either living or dead and buried here in the United States. They think we just came here 50 years ago. We've been here for hundreds of years. Our family members are right here Everybody we care about is here in the United States, either dead or alive. They're not somewhere in Africa waiting on us to come to visit them. They need to grow up. They really need to grow up and get over this fake superior attitude about, I know where I come from. We know where we're from too. You just don't want to accept that. And by the way, why aren't you there where you came from?
Right.
They're always here bragging
Yep.
about knowing where they're from. You would think that since they take so much pride in knowing where they're from, that they would go back there and build that place up
Yep.
and make it into something that they could be proud of.
Yep.
No, they want to stay here and nest in the United States, in the place where we built, and brag about knowing where they came from. And if they were really proud of where they came from, guess what? They would be there and not here.
Right.
And just to add on to that, most of them can't go back to their
Nope.
homeland because they were run out from over there in the first place. And I guarantee you the reason they're not in their homeland is because they can't go back.
Yep.
They were run out from over there by their own people. People get tired of this kind of arrogance and this kind of superior thinking that you're better than anybody else. And that's why these Somalis are not at home. They had a civil war over there and they call it a terrorist group, but they may not be terrorists. They might be freedom fighters. They might be people that were fed up with this kind of arrogant attitude and ran them out from over there. So even though they're bragging about knowing where they came from, they can't go back. They can't go back over there and live. They're nesting here in the United States. So I would be ashamed to keep saying that.
Again, if you're so great, go back to where you came from. So this again, like she said, the arrogant attitude, like you're so much better. Connie says, just when you think you resolved one problem, another problem pops up. Go back to where you come from. Connie, what's the number to ICE? Someone find Tom Holland. Get these people out of here. This is too much. And like I said, she has I don't agree with her political views, but I love her videos on immigrant. Like I said, you could tell, she normally speaks, proper English, but when she gets upset, she starts talking about these immigrants. Oh my God. I just like, she gets upset and she starts, yeah. So that was one. And then I want to show you one more. This one right here. I think I'll show you this one. And then I have a small clip. I gotta hurry up, so I won't show you all of it. I'll add these links up under my video so you can watch it in its entirety if you choose to. Hit that like button, folks. We're almost at 70. Her song is just playing now. So let me know I'm trying to keep up with your comments, but let me know what you're thinking about this. This is crazy. D-Master, Ruby from Joel and Tim has been a disaster. King Master, get rid of him. Oh my God. Yeah, I heard about that, my girls. What's going on with Omar and the people? Why they have her in her position anyway? I'm just saying. She needs to be deported as well. She's here in America, but she's always advocating for immigrants and her Somalis. Get her out of there. I'm over her too.
And I hope you're having a
So tell me what you think. Hit the like button if you are enjoying this content. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure it is on all notifications. Feeding the hungry children during the scamdemic. Oh, my girls. Yeah. Oh, a lot of people. Again, another layer of the onion is being peeled back. So I love it. Here we go.
Allow anybody to make us think differently. We are all we've got, and we are all we've ever had. And that has been enough. That has been enough for us to be able to stay here in the land of our captivity and have the opportunity to thrive. And so now Black Americans are making different moves. This generation of Black Americans is not my generation. It's definitely not my parents' or grandparents' generation. This generation of Black Americans means business, and I'm here for it. I love it. They're not playing. They are not playing because they look at the history of how we have been welcoming and inviting people into our community, our culture, and then they come in and enjoy everything they can and then turn around and shit on us and tell us that, no, it's the white man that's responsible for me being here. The white man wanted us to come here. That's these Africans and Caribbeans. It was the white man that wanted us to come here. You black people haven't done anything. Haiti is responsible for your freedom. Jamaica, now they're throwing Jamaica in, and Mexico. None of these people are responsible for our freedom. We fought for our own freedom. A whole civil war was fought in the United States that freed our ancestors. Haiti did not free our ancestors, neither did Jamaica or Mexico.
So they come over here running their mouth. Oh, Connie, she tells it. Again, I may not agree with her political views, but honey, she when it comes to this immigrant situation, woo! Oh my God, she schools them, honey. She does. I love it.
It was white people fighting in the army, and then black people coming into that army to fight with them. That's how we got our freedom, not for no damn Jamaicans or Haitians or Mexicans or anybody outside of the United States of America. And furthermore, if they could free black people, they should have freed their own country so they could stay there and live and not be over here pestering black Americans.
I told you. You can tell when she starts to get heated and flustered, and she just goes ballistic on them. I love it. Me too, Connie. Facts. We invited them to the cookout. They're trying to leave with our pots, pans, and spoons. La. Yeah, because Black Americans were welcoming and you know, but they didn't know. No, they're here to supplant you. They're not here to work with you. So thank God for Donald Trump. Ever since that man has been in office this time, people are waking up, and every day another layer of the onion comes back. I love it. Here we go.
So here's another insult to Black Americans because now Black Americans have taken a stand. And again, we don't have to agree with everything the younger generation is doing, but we are all we've got. So we can't turn our back on them and go side with the other group until we really know the facts. So I don't ever believe in siding with the enemy. I just don't. And these people have presented themselves as enemies. But now that the tide is turning and Black Americans are standing on business, then you get Africans coming out here saying stuff like this. Listen to this woman.
This video is for all those who are propagating for the boycott of African businesses on August 1st. Today is July 21st. I have seen those videos, quite a few of them, and thank you to those who have sent some of the videos to me as well. Listen, I'm going to address you with two African proverbs. African proverbs are not meant to be explained. They're meant to be just said and left for you to interpret. But because you've been cut off from Mother Africa for such a long time, I think you're lost, you're confused.
So she's insulting Black Americans. Oh, you've been cut off from Mother Africa, so you're lost, you're confused. So you see the arrogance. You see this, ma'am, you're so intelligent. You weren't cut off. Why did you flee your country, ma'am? Oh.
You don't know who you are anymore.
So she starts out by trying to take the high ground by saying, because we are cut off from Africa, we are lost and confused and don't know who we are. Well, somebody needs to tell her we weren't cut off from Mother Africa. Our family members were attacked, captured, and sold to Europeans.
Don't forget, Lady Boule didn't say this. During African tribal wars, you can think, since you weren't cut off from the motherland, the people who were still there, their ancestors are responsible for us being here, because whoever lost in the tribal wars, they sold their brethren and sister into slavery.
So we're not cut off from Mother Africa, as she's calling it. We're not lost. We know exactly who we are, and we know exactly how we want to
You
spend
see
our
how they
money.
talk to Black Americans condescending, like they're talking to a child? How you doing, Copper? Hit that like button, please, love. Hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying this live. I tell Lady Boule, she breaks it down. I love it. She is, Tina.
And the people who are asking for the boycott of African-owned businesses are people who look like Africans. Actually, guess what? They are initially from Africa, or that's where they are from originally. Oh, okay, so you are trying to be bad to your own self.
Now she's trying to guilt trip Black Americans and say, oh, but you look like the people you're boycotting. Now you're trying to be bad to yourself. Ladies, stop it. Because every time Black Americans said, no, we're African, you say, oh, no, you're not. So this is gaslighting, folks.
Yeah, my proverbs to you. The first proverb goes like this. If a sheep leaves the flock, that doesn't make it a lion. You're part of the flock. You look like Africans. You came from there. You could deny it as much as you want. You can't change it.
What she's saying, Black Americans can't deny it. When Black Americans were trying to embrace Africa, that's where we're from, Africans told them very clearly, no, you're not. You're not from here. You're not like us. Okay. Lala said, I rebuke you, melanated devil. Right. Yes, they sound like Democrats. That's how Roland Martin. Yeah, exactly, Lala. They talk to you condescending. They act like you have no ounce of intelligence. Good to see you, Topeka. All right. I don't look anything like you. My girl. How you doing, Lynn? Hit the like button. That lady's just thinking about her business. We don't care about your African proverb. She can take her African proverb and take it back to the African continent. We don't, she's thinking about her business and she doesn't want to lose those black dollars. Forget her and her proverbs. Here we go.
Well, I wonder if there's an African proverb that says something about when you extend the right hand of fellowship to somebody, you want to be in communion and community with them and do what you can to help them, thinking that they will appreciate it. But rather than appreciate it, they turn around and stab you in the back, call you lazy, and every other negative stereotype that they can think of. I wonder what an African proverb says about how you should treat those people.
So you saying that boycott African-owned businesses, a community, a culture, a group of people where you belong, you're leaving, boycotting them, going, where are you going to? You are a part of the flock, and leaving does not make you a lion.
So y'all recognize this as gaslighting, right?
That's gaslighting.
Black Americans have all kinds of videos out here about how Africans talk about Black Americans and how they really treat Black Americans.
Yep.
But then when you decide, okay, I'm gonna let you have it. You stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine. Now they're trying to bring you back into some flock that we never belonged to in the first place.
Right.
This is a classic case of gaslighting.
Okay. Doesn't make you more superior, doesn't make you more intelligent, doesn't make you anything better than these hard-working Africans who own businesses and are paying taxes to contribute towards the economy of this country. You want to?
So she's saying all of this like Black Americans don't own businesses, Black Americans don't contribute to this country, Black Americans don't pay taxes. So again, if you listen to the way they talk, lady, go kick rocks.
Boycott their businesses. Go ahead and do it. Again, a sheep may leave the flock, but that doesn't make it a lion. Hope you get it.
I'm glad I don't live around a lot of these Black immigrants, because what she's trying to do is trying to shame Black Americans and trying to guilt Black Americans into feeling some type of loyalty to Africans that they don't feel towards us and don't exhibit in their behavior. This kind of tactic is probably why they can't live with each other and why they run away from each other, because there are Africans in this country, I'm sure, who would like to live in peace and harmony with Black Americans, but there are too many of them that are problematic for that to be the case. So it really is very unfortunate, but I don't think a shaming tactic is going to work.
Second African proverb is this: when the gods want to finish with you, I won't use the word, start with a K. I don't want TikTok to kick me out. When the gods want to finish with you, I mean to finish with you, they make you mad. You're mad. Yes, you are mad. Why would you just decide to boycott businesses of people who not only look like you, but who are working so hard to take care of themselves? Maybe you're
because you're all over social media, and there are many Black Americans all over social media talking about how bad they're treated, how bad they're talked down to by African immigrants. So stop acting like everything is okay, and Black Americans are just saying they're going to boycott for no good reason. I even watched a short. There was a Black American who I guess had taken French in school. And there were some Africans, I forgot which country they came from, but they spoke French. They were talking crap about Black Americans. They did not know that this Black American understood French. So they don't even know sometimes when they're talking crap and there are Black Americans around and they understand what they're saying, they go out and tell people. James, how you doing? Hit the like button, please. James says the only reason they got those braid shops is because you don't need a license for it. You just need a business license and a storefront. Okay. James Wayne, how you doing, love? I'm late. Okay, James, we're just calling it out. Hit the like button, please, folks. Here we go. Boss says she's talking witchcraft. Where's the voodoo doll? Oh, my God. Here we go.
Somewhere begging, depending on Social Security or on...
Oh, listen. Yeah. And then she said... still talking about Black America. So this is the problem, that we're out here begging or depending on Social Security or welfare. So this is why there is a problem, ma'am. Okay, hit that like button, folks. We're up to 81 people. Only 69 people have hit that little thumb. So listen to the way listen to how condescending they're talking. She's talking. American citizens do not owe these immigrants anything, right? So, yeah, she said, we're somewhere begging. I go to work every day, ma'am. I don't have my hand out begging for anything. What the heck? 99% of those of them braid hair, and if it wasn't for Black Americans, they wouldn't have a job. Broomhilda. Yeah, they despise you, but they have that handout to take your money. Make it make sense. Lynn. And guess what? Our people have learned how to braid, so we don't need your shops anymore. Boom. How you doing, Elle? When Africans supported Trump, that was the last straw. Okay, James and Iris, how you doing? American citizens own businesses and pay tax. Yeah, she's saying this, Tina, like we're not doing the same thing. Harvard has been giving Black American slots to Nigerians. I'm glad Trump is trying to defund it. Cut all that money off from Harvard. I'm sick of these Ivy Leagues wasting money. And then you know how they feel about the immigrants. Cut the money, Trump. Just cut it.
What is the other one called? Those things that you used to buy food from the store.
So now she says we're begging, we're out here begging, or we're on Social Security or SNAP. Now she's acting like she doesn't know the name. The SNAP card to get free food, basically. Oh.
So you don't have money now. Oh. Those tickets they give you to go get food, is it called? I don't know what it's called. I forgot the name. Right? SNAP benefit? Is that what you get?
She knows damn well what food stamps are because they're getting more food stamps than anybody. That is why it was necessary for Black Americans to delineate so we can break down who's getting what, because they're coming over here trying to smooch off the government too. And then because they're Black, it's Black Americans. Yep. And then we have to eat all of it. Yep. So no, you know damn well you know what food stamps are.
So you want them to be reduced to beggars, which is maybe what you are.
See, that's why there's a problem. She's saying, "Oh, you're going to boycott African businesses. You want them to be reduced to beggars, which is what you are." And then she said, "You're on food stamps. You're out here begging." This is why there's a problem, ma'am. You are part of the problem. My girls, heck, every last illegal African have their hand out. I didn't see it, my girl. They can go back to Africa and build up Africa. Boom. Where's Tom Holman? Someone get me the number to ICE. Copper Beauty is rolling. How you doing, Copper Beauty? Chubb, she needs to worry about them flying saucer earrings. An alien is screaming about them being stolen. Woo! Here we go. Let me get rid of the commercial. So again, now you see why there's such a problem. Oh, Lala is laughing. Florida's laughing. Yeah, where's Tom Holman? Somebody get me the number to ICE. She needs to be deported.
So now she's saying what she really thinks, calling us beggars. But we're not the one running to somebody else's country to nest in somebody else's country. We're at home in the country that we built. We don't want them to be beggars. We want you to go home because we are sick of you. And I know I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for enough.
Yep.
When the gods want to finish with you, they make you mad. So you are mad. And your next step will be the God finishing with you. So be careful.
Now the voodoo is coming out. So now she's trying to scare us. Where are we here? Tube Steak, how you doing? Oh my God. Yeah, now she's starting with the voodoo. Trying to scare us, talking about the gods are going to be finished with you. Listen to this crap.
Be careful. Let these people's businesses be.
Y'all see, she's trying to throw that witch doctor stuff on us, trying to throw a curse on us. It's not going to work because you know what? I was raised on the Bible, so I'm going to look at what the Bible says about anger. So I went to my friend, the co-pilot, and asked, what does the Bible say about anger? And this is what the co-pilot responded. Is anger always wrong? Not necessarily. The Bible distinguishes between righteous anger and sinful anger. Righteous anger arises from injustice or sin. Example, Jesus cleansing the temple in John 2:13 through 18. Sinful anger stems from pride, selfishness, or uncontrolled emotion. James 1:20, Galatians 5:19 through 20. I would say that Black Americans' anger arises from a kind of injustice because you advocated for people, wanted people to come to your land, and wanted them to prosper. And they came here not acknowledging that you even wanted them to come to the land and help them to get here, are disrespectful and totally dismissive of you, calling us slaves and lazy and just whatever name they can come up with. So I think that is righteous anger. Black people are not advocating for anybody to do anything harmful to these Africans or to destroy their businesses or anything like that. They're simply saying, don't trade with them. It's just a strategic way for us to spend our money. And there's nothing sinful about that,
No.
that God should punish us. So she's just spewing self-righteous bullshit.
None of your business. And look, in Africa, when you get mad, and God make you mad, and you get into a market, you're finished. You cannot be healed. So be careful.
It is our business because the more you let things go, the worse they get. There will be Black Americans who will continue to go to their African braiders, the one that they like and have a long relationship with. But even an African woman went into an African shop and they thought she was a Black American and they were speaking French, not realizing that she also spoke French. And she came out of the shop furious about how they were talking about Black Americans. Now, my feeling is that those women in that shop had made her mad. So she decided she was going to come back and mess up their business because apparently that's how Africans operate. But nevertheless, she told Black women, Do not go to their business because they are very disrespectful of Black Americans. So everybody should be able to use their discernment and govern themselves accordingly.
When this madness of yours kicks in on August 1st, don't go to any other store, any other business, because that's where it ends for you. So I have spoken to you in a language that you're supposed to understand.
So again, listen to the condescending way she's talking. I'm talking to you in a language that you're supposed. So again, talking down to people. Ruby, August 1st is on a Friday. Empty braid shop. My girl, what gods? There's only one true and living God. I guess she's working some of her doing her voodoo priestess curses or something. I don't know. Some Africans moved in across the street from me. They don't speak to anyone and don't let their kids play outside with our kids. My house is paid for and they are renting. Boom. Chubbs, you know why she has a business over here and not in Africa? Because she wouldn't own it. The government of her country would. Yeah. So go back. Where's Tom Holman? All these people deport. Goodbye. So listen to this is about it. And then I have to show you the lady that was fired. Hold on.
Which is African proverbs. But since you've been cut off from African reality and denying it, I have interpreted it for you.
You see that? Since you've been cut off and from African reality, you've been denied it. I have interpreted it for you. So we're not smart enough, right? So she has to interpret for us. Oh my God. The nerve. Hit that like button, folks. My girls, fly back home on your broomstick, witch doctor. Woo-hoo. Witchy woman. See how high she flies. Who's the artist? Woo-hoo. Witchy woman. Oh my God, this woman's unbelievable.
So be careful. We will shop from African-owned businesses on the 1st. Don't do it because it will be bad for you instead. I've given you 2 proverbs.
You hear what she said? Don't do it. She said she's telling Black Americans, hey, you better shop at those African shops or it will be bad for you if you don't. So I guess she put the hex on us or something. I don't know.
On the African continent. So you take care. All right. Thank you. Make sure you share.
Well, I guess this is the witch doctor of the West trying to scare Black Americans because they say they're going to boycott African businesses on August the 1st. And she's trying to make her case with these so-called African proverbs.
Oh.
Well, I've got a proverb for her by Michael Jackson from 1988. Take a look at the woman in the mirror and see what change you need to make. Okay, y'all. Thank you for listening. Have a good.
I told you when Lady Boule gets started, it is hilarious. Yes, the Eagles, Jeffrey. You got it, baby. Oh my God. And I need to show you the lady. I think I need to show you the lady that was fired. The lady that was talking about this means war. Oh my God. Hit that like button, my girls. So again, this is why there is a problem, right? And let me show you. Where is it? I think I showed you. I need to show you the lady that was fired. And then I'll show you a short clip on Candace Owens. She's just doing the most right now. Keyboard, the Eagles, witchy woman. Yes, I said Jeffrey. No, you were right. The Eagles. Let me find this little video. So yeah, so again, and remember, and you know on here I expose everyone. So it was so the Africans and now and remember the Africans and Haitians and they were out there, oh, you're next, Black Americans, because they didn't know we're not immigrants. I still can't get that through my thick skull that they did not know that. So bring history class back again. Do something, folks. That's especially Africans. They should know about what happened so far as the African slave trade. So I don't get it. So I'm going to show you this clip. And as you wait for me to set this up, Voodoo has already got her big salsa earrings and her fingers stuck in eyes. Woo! Okay, let me see. And then it's all over TikTok. Again, you can, where is it? And if we had more time, I don't want to take all of your Sunday, but I want to show you the lady that was fired. And tell me, James, tell me what you think. Okay, so here it is. Let me get this set up for you. American Legal Fund. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me show you the lady who was saying this means war. Deport her. Where's Tom Holman when I need him in my life? I'm just like, these people they're unbelievable. This is the lady that was saying she was going to war with Black America because they're going to boycott African businesses. Hit that like button, folks. We're almost to 90 likes. Right, Monique? I can keep my money in my pocket. If you despise me and hate me, I'm glad this is all out in the open. I love this. Boss Chicks, me too. Boss Chicks, share this. I need everyone to share this on their Facebook pages. Let them know August 1st. Don't do it. So this is the lady, and she has since been terminated from her job. Sucks to be you, ma'am. Here we go. Can you read that? We have received all her work information. We are moving forward. We now have full documentation of her employment and professional affiliations. Because of her actions, Freedmen patients are being placed at risk. This is not only unethical, it is a direct threat to our community's health and safety. What is it with all these Africans in healthcare that hate Black people? What the world? What is it with that? James, someone told them wrong. We don't run, we fight. Boom. We're here. They ran from their home country. I wish Tom Holman would deport them back. We don't need people from countries who are coming here with hatred and malice towards us. We don't need that. There's enough going on in this world. Thank you, L. The Essence Fest exposed African contempt. And then they hear it. L, I don't know if you're on TikTok, it's all over TikTok and other forms of social media. Their disdain, their hatred for Black Americans, it's everywhere. Darnell, how you doing, love? Hit the like button. If you're here and you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let this be clear. If you choose to attack freedmen while serving in institutions that operate within the United States, understand that you are accountable and under the very systems you work for. Do not call for war while collecting paychecks under the protections of this country. So this idiot right here, this is the woman saying, since Black Americans are going to boycott African businesses, this means war. She needs to take that, this means war, take that back to your home African country that you fled from, and take that attitude over there and fight the people that are holding you down over there, which is your own people. Boom. Do not call for war. Okay, we're moving forward with a formal complaint. Every policy, every license, every oath. We will hold you to it. Let's see what this says.
Brother says, we have received all her work information. We are moving forward. We now have full documentation of her employment and professional affiliations. Because of her actions, freedmen patients are being placed at risk. This is not only unethical, it is a direct threat to our community's health and safety. Let this be clear. If you choose to attack freedmen while serving in institutions that operate within the United States, understand that you are accountable under the very systems you work for. Do not call for war while collecting paychecks under the protections of this country. Facts. You cannot work in public service and harm the public. We are moving forward with the formal complaint. Every policy, every license, every oath, we will hold you to it. This is very intelligent. Like the lady said, if they really want to get rid of you and those of you.
Yeah, so from my understanding, she lost her job, which again, if you're feeling like this, you don't need to be working in healthcare. You just don't. So people all over Twitter, every TikTok, everyone's talking about this. Hit the like button, folks. We're almost to 90. So this was on Twitter. Outstanding. She's talking about war. Well, we need to send her right back to that war-torn country she fled. Boom. So people are sick and tired of this. They are sick. All right, let me see. Let me play this. Here we go.
But from which was Liberia. Again, I don't think the country of Liberia deserves bad press because of this lady, but yeah, she's from Liberia.
Deport, deport, deport.
We already know what happened in Liberia. These are dangerous. These people are dangerous, and they are all over in the medical field. Our Black lives are in danger.
Have I not said that, folks? That's what I've been saying. How you doing, Sergeant King? Hit that like button. Why are all these people who despise, who hate Black Americans, why are they in healthcare? That's scary. Okay, Sergeant. Here we go.
Look at this. Miss Stacy, she needs to be fired and deported. Revoke her license indefinitely. It's probably fake anyway. She should never be allowed to re in the United States, let alone practice or work here or even exist here again. All that mouth, COINTELPRO says. Nation of Hebrew Israelites. Yes, she needs to be detained by ICE government, charged, jailed, then sent back to Africa and never allowed back in the U.S. Yes, I can agree with this. We are standing up for ourselves against the disrespect and hate we receive. But never once have we called out for war. That's just crazy. She's also calling for every immigrant to go to war with us. She should.
Did you see that, folks? I'm going to pause that so you can read that. So this woman saying this means war, she was asking for all immigrants to fight in this war with her against Black Americans. She needs to be deported. She's trying to incite a riot to get rid of as many of us as possible. Right, my girl? She needs to go. She needs to go.
I mean, healthcare, that's dangerous. What she did, right? Let me go and look at what somebody posted. Let me help y'all out with her name. Her name is Kumba Blank. The contact information for her boss is Cheryl Blank. I bleeped out some of this stuff in the number. This lady works at a social, like the government office, and some level of health aides, all right? And you're talking like this. Let me just talk about this, right? Like, people don't understand where they live and they be feeling themselves. If you feel however you want to feel about Black Americans, anybody else, that's your business. The moment that you let that be known on social media, people will have the right to come after you, and they will. All right, it's gonna happen. You're not gonna like it. You're gonna be down bad. It is what it is. All right, and if you think you're gonna do that in America, you're absolutely insane. You cannot do that in this country. Okay, you cannot do that in America. And some of y'all gonna lose y'all jobs, especially if you're a green card holder. You're not even a citizen. I don't know if you're even a citizen, but you talking like you a citizen. You might not even be a citizen. That's just like me coming over to Uganda and making a similar statement like that. And I live here. I work here. I got a business here, and thinking that the public is not gonna come for me. What is wrong with me? Of course they're gonna come for me. Of course they're gonna come for me because I deserve everything I get if I'm that dumb. I need to be getting dealt with.
You don't see Black Americans going to other countries and getting involved in political affairs and making these snide comments. Americans don't do that. Yes, my girls, that's why Trump got rid of DEI. Thank God. Kumba, and then he bleeped out her last name. But yeah, all these Africans who despise Black Americans, who hate Black Americans, are in healthcare. What? Somebody make that make sense to me. Oh,
I'm that silly. If I'm that silly to come over here and be talking to people like, I'm gonna do this to you. We need to get all the Americans to do this.
And notice they come over here and they have all that noise to talk. They don't do that in their own countries, because if they did, they would just come up missing one day. But they come over here and they have so much to say. Go back home. Deport, deport, deport.
Ain't you like, hold on, man. Like, you Liberians ain't necessarily the most cool with Ghanaians. Ain't gonna be no Nigerian Americans gonna mess up their bag for you. Ain't gonna be no Senegalese mess up their bag for you. Ain't no Jamaicans gonna come and rally behind you to fight no Black Americans, nobody. Cause everybody gonna go to what's gonna pay them the money, what's gonna keep them out of trouble, and nobody gonna be dealing with your foolish ass. You're gonna be out there by yourself, and when you get fired, ain't none of them people gonna help you pay none of your damn bills. None of them. Okay, none of them gonna help you pay not a damn thing. All right, nobody gonna help you pay nothing, and you're gonna be there just down bad. Me, because you gotta, you're too old to be acting like this. Even if you don't like Black Americans, you have a situation with them or whatever the case. Like, can you just shut up? You ain't got to tell everybody what you're thinking all the time. It's a lot of stuff that I think about that.
That's the problem with social media. People feel that they have to, get on and everyone needs to know how they're feeling. That's not even, why. So, and he didn't put her last name on there, but supposedly, allegedly, she's been fired from her job. So, which is good. And I wanted to share one more thing with you before we leave. Now, I have been an ardent supporter. Hit the like button, please. Share this stream out of Candace Owens, but she has just been doing some crazy stuff and backtracking and not, and just, she turned on Trump. So I didn't want to do a whole video on it. And most of you probably heard of it. So who cares if the Prime Minister of France's wife was a man? I don't. But anyway, she's being sued. So we will see where this goes. Let me get this set up for you. It's a short video I wanted to share with you. Let me get this right for you. Let me see. Hit the like button and share this stream out, please. I've had a good time. And those of you who were not here, I'm going to, how you doing, Sol Rivera? This black on black needs to stop. Sol Rivera, I don't know what time you came into the chat, but it definitely was not started by Black Americans. So, I don't know. Let me know how long you've been here. Social media and mainstream media, big problem. Facts. No one should be against anyone, but and me talking to older Black Americans, and remember when Jesse Jackson, his Rainbow Push Coalition, he was always all inclusive of all immigrants from everywhere. And so Black Americans thought everything was good, but Africans would be quick to tell you, nah, you're not African. And they're just very tribal. So, hey, Black Americans did not start this. But again, Sol Rivera, go on social media. You will see Africans, Caribbeans, Hispanics, everyone's on social media just talking crap, denigrating Black Americans. So Black Americans, now August 1st, Sol, I don't know how long you've been here. It's August 1st. Black Americans are boycotting African businesses. Sol, Black Americans, we are Americans. African Americans were born in Africa. So, give you an example. Elon Musk is an African American. That's where he was born, in Africa. Bridget Macron isn't the pilot, I think, right. Bridget Macron is the wife of the Prime Minister of France. And I don't care if he doesn't care that she used to be a man. Who cares? I don't. But anyway, Candace Owens swears that this woman used to be a man. So I didn't want to do a whole video on it, but I just wanted to play this for you and get, we're going to get off here in a few minutes. I just wanted to know what you thought about it. Hit that like button for me, please, Sol Rivera. Hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying this content. Thank you, Sol. We love you too, dear. Here you go. I'll pause that so you can read it. I was being facetious. Since Puerto Ricans go through with this Dominican immigrant shared culture doesn't make it. Okay, Sol. Okay, you just having some. Okay, Sol. I didn't know because sometimes people ask questions and they're not sure. Okay, you're fine, Sol. All right, hit that like button, Sol. I hope you are subscribed. All right, here we go.
It is time for you to wake up. So we will start from the top here with a photo of Brigitte Macron. Real name, Jean-Michel Trogneux. That person that you are looking at on the right is not a woman.
Woo.
Macron has been tasked now with going out to the public and trying to dissuade them from believing that his wife, Brigitte Macron, was actually born a man.
How you doing, Organic Sunflower? Hit that like button, please. Isaiah, how are you doing, love? Love you too. Hit that like button. Organic Sunflower, if you're enjoying the content, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure it's on all notifications. Our ancestors never came from Africa. Why are people trying to connect us as one? Well, Organic, with the delineation movement, and Black Americans are fed up. They're tired of the disrespect. They're tired of everything that African immigrants have done. And so those of you just joining, supposedly August 1st, Black Americans are supposed to be boycotting African immigrant businesses. So we'll have to see how this goes. She also said, for those that didn't know, that they're blood relatives. So Candace has been doing the most. And again, I'm kind of disappointed in her for the way she's turned on Trump. So I don't know. If the husband is fine with it, I don't care. It is a big deal. She is my girls. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But how would Candace know? So if she made this stuff up, right, Monique? When she flipped on Trump, I'm like, what the heck happened to her? I used to like her so much, but then she just flipped. Not a Candace fan, but I'm sure she has proof. Yeah, Sergeant. Now I will say, looking at her past record, she always had receipts. So, hey, okay. Now I thought about that too. I agree. We don't care at the Prime Minister. Francis' wife was a man, but the one thing, she's a lot older than he is. He's an older woman. Candace Owens is, yeah. Tina, yes. So we're gonna see where this goes. You see that? The two French women who said that she was a man, they lost their case. They found the two women liable for defamation and awarded damages to Brigitte. Whoa. Okay, folks. What are your thoughts on that, folks? That's all I have for you. Whoa. She does look, yeah, Beverly, she does look a little suspect to me. Oh yeah, Topeka. Thanks, Queen, for posting. Can I get one more person to hit that like button? We'll have 90 likes and I'll be happy. Yeah, those of you, I just had 2 more people to subscribe. The channel is growing exponentially. I'm enjoying this. Now, when you subscribe, please make sure that it is on all notifications. Megan, how you doing, love? Yes, Megan, we're done. But you can go back and do the replay. Make sure you hit that thumb, the like button, dear. Ruby, yeah, I'm disappointed in Candace. Ever since she lost her gig on the Ben Shapiro's show, she's been wishy-washy in my eyes. You know, then she turned on Trump, and I just, you know, no. I'm disappointed in the things that she's done of late. So all I can say, in my final commentary, yeah, she is giving cringe right now. Hit that like button. If you, all the people that just subscribed, if you have Facebook, share this stream out. Let's grow the Roland's Reviews YouTube family. Now, I have one last song for you, and then we're going to get out of here. Tijuana Border Jumper's gone, so someone else will have to figure out what it is. I haven't had singing lessons yet, so you have to struggle along and try to listen. Thank you so much, Chubbs. Turn down the lights. Turn down the bed. Turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me. Tell me no lies. Just hold me close. Don't patronize. Don't patronize me. Lynn, yes. I can't make you love me. This is dedicated to all the African women and men that we just watched in these videos. If you don't, you can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you won't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Oh my God. Bonnie Ray, what year? You didn't give me the year. I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. 1991. This is dedicated to all of the African immigrants that we watched in these videos. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. That's dedicated to all the African immigrants. Yes, Bonnie Ray. I love that. That's a very poignant song. I love it. Thank you, Boss Chick. I did the best I could, Boss Chicks, until I take singing lessons. I enjoyed this. Hey, this channel is growing. I'm loving it. Like McDonald's. Topeka. To my girl, how would your mother feel if your daughter under age 24 brings? I know. Oh, yeah, that would be a lot. Till next time. Yes, I enjoyed this. I will be live. I don't know what's tomorrow, Monday. I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday. Now, during the week, if I go live, it will be at 6 or 6:30. So sometimes YouTube does not allow the notifications to show. So just check. It's going to be 6 or 6:30. Hit that like button. We're 8 away from 100. I'm ending the live stream now. But don't forget, once I end the live stream, if you will leave comments under the description box, that helps YouTube to push the video out. It triggers the YouTube algorithm. If you want to leave me 10 comments, I don't care. Ask Florida. Ask Connie. I respond to all comments. Now, if you make them after 8, I may not get them until the morning time, but I will get them. Boss Chicks. 6 o'clock, between 6 and 6:30 is when I'll be live this week. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday, but definitely August 1st, because I got to see how this boycott's doing. Okay. But I may be live before that, probably maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Connie, I love you too, dear. Yeah, if you want to leave me 10 comments, hey, I'll respond to all. Ask Connie. Just ask her. She'll tell you. So I love you all. Be safe. I'm coming to talk to you in the live chat. When this ends, go back and leave me some comments under the video, and I'll get some now, and I'll respond to the rest in the morning if you put them on there, add them too late. Love you. Be safe. God bless you. I'm coming to the comment section right now, and I'll talk to you as long as you are there or until they end the live stream. But don't forget, each of you leave comments, and hey, I'll be on it. Coming to talk to you right now.